Well, a judge in Illinois has recused himself from a child custody and support case tonight after he initially barred a mother from seeing her 11-year-old son because she was not vaccinated. Cook County Judge James Shapiro later reversing the order following widespread criticism and media attention. So let's bring in tonight's Is It Legal adversaries, civil rights attorney Robert Patillo and criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool, though I suspect, gentlemen, that you may have a lot more in common than you don't on this case. So, let's talk about this. Robert, is this a situation where you could say parents in any home in America, if you're not vaccinated, we're coming to get your kids?
No, that's not the case at all. And, I actually interned at the Cook County Family Law Court while I was in law school after my 1L year. And one thing that that was the guiding principle is what is in the best interest of the child, particularly in a custody case when you're trying to decide which parent will have primary custody, which parent will have visitation rights. If a parent was a smoker, sometimes they wouldn't get custody. If a parent was a drinker, sometimes they wouldn't get custody. If they drove a motorcycle, they deemed that to be a danger to the child. So in this case, if a parent not being vaccinated was deemed as being as threat or not in the best interest of the child, then that can be used as a justification for it. And I think that gives parents even more reason to take the proper public health measures to ensure that they are providing a safe environment for their children. It's not. I think people on Twitter sometimes think that these are our personal opinions, but these are just what the law leads us to.
Okay, well, let's see what the mom had to say. She says that the judge asked her about this. They were having the Zoom hearing about some child custody issues, and she was surprised that this came up. She says, I was confused because it was just supposed to be about expenses and child support. I asked him what it had to do with the hearing, and he said, I am the judge, and I make the decisions for your case. What about that? Brian, that question's for you.
Oh, hey, yeah, sorry about that, Shannon. Yeah, so there's really two issues here. Can a judge in Chicago or any court in the United States consider whether a parent is vaccinated in determining child custody rights? That's the first legal issue. Let's focus on that. And I think the answer to that is yes. The reason why, partly what Robert said, is the public safety or the safety of the child. What is in the best interest of the child, Shannon? And judges are making those decisions, especially when you have an 11-year-old. 11-year-olds can't walk up onto a courtroom stand and talk about what he or she wants. They're not mature enough. Also, the COVID-19 impact on kids has been dramatic. It's up 40% over the last 2 weeks alone. Since, I think, April of last year, nearly 5 million kids have come down with COVID. So there clearly is a public safety risk to kids, and I believe that the judge can factor that in. But the second issue, quickly, is did the judge make the right decision here? And I think his initial decision, he should have looked at more of the facts. For example, invoke some preventative measures, like maybe have the wife wear a mask. I'm sorry, the mom wear a mask, social distance. Have the mom, for example, test every week for COVID-19 before she can see her child. So I think you should have tried those before.
Are we going to do that, though, to every parent in this country who's not vaccinated? Because that's what this goes down to. I mean, there are millions of kids, I'm sure, in homes across the United States where one or both of the parents aren't vaccinated. So I don't know where we draw the line on this. But let me just throw this out there as we go. She said, the mother, I've had adverse reactions to vaccines in the past and have been advised not to get vaccinated by my doctor because it poses me a risk to me. So we'll leave it there, but we're going to follow the case because I think there'll be some developments soon on this one. Robert, happy birthday. Thank you for spending part of it with us. And Brian, great to see you too.
You bet. Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you both.